So when you look into my eyes, claws are in your back, that poison that you like keeps you crawling back, when you look into my eyes, claws are in your back,
Oh, man, that was Paloma Rush. Welcome back in. This is Good Morning Long Beach State. Your boy D checking in with you. Devin Ablard alongside Mr. Sumo. How you doing, Mr. Sumo?
I'm doing well this morning. Thank you.
That was a little teaser, a little taste of this lovely woman we have sitting in with us right now. Her name is Paloma Rush. How you doing this morning? You just bring that mic right to you.
Thanks. Doing really well. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're just hanging out here this morning. Firstly, I want to say you have just a wonderful voice.
Oh, thank you.
It's just
You're too kind.
And it comes off so naturally. It just, I've listened to a few of your tracks because we're doing this interview, and I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of impressed. I can't wait to see who she gets featured on what track next. You know what I mean? So what is next for you? We're going to talk about what's coming up and what's next for you, and then we'll talk about how you got to where you are today.
Well, I have to say some of that you were talking about the voice. Thanks to the production over here of Lars Deutsch.
Hello. Good morning.
So I owe some of that to him. We're working on an album, so that's next.
Oh, very cool. Mm-hmm. And are you recording locally, or what's
We're based in LA, and so recording everything over at Lars's studio.
Oh, very nice. We're gonna have to get you back in here when that album drops.
Absolutely. Would love to.
Yeah. So tell me something. You were listening to one of our commercials, our classic hits at the beach commercial, and you said one of those songs was your jam. Do you listen to classic rock? Do you enjoy classic rock?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
I listen to everything.
Okay, you got like every station on your.
Yeah. That song was from the Full Monty.
Oh, okay.
That was a good movie.
All
I was
right.
saying that was my jam because at one point I tried to memorize those dance moves.
Who hasn't tried to memorize those dance moves?
You gotta
right?
do them naked though.
Well, there's no other way to do it. It's the Full Monty, right? That's the name of the game. All right. So it says you're classically trained in singing. When did that start? Because I know I started really young music. You know, I never got good, but I started really young.
Well, I started singing when I was a kid, and my mom's best friend was an opera teacher. Well, she was a Metropolitan Opera winner, and who
Wow.
also was a teacher. And so I got the privilege of taking lessons with her, and I started getting good. And then I took classical voice in college, and so I was just I've been taking voice lessons my whole life, and I don't know. That's the story there.
It's just sort of what you do. You sing. And
but what happens is you get all the technique classically, and then you sort of reel it in and stylize it for a pop record.
Right,
so you
exactly.
don't hear me sounding like an opera singer on my album, but
you should
the
do one
technique is
track.
good.
You know what I mean? Do like a bonus track where you just do an opera song.
You know, I've thought about
just
that.
go straight opera.
We actually have two darker songs, and we're thinking of doing like a 1600 Purcell, opera
yeah.
interlude between those darker tracks. And Paloma can totally pull that off.
Because why not? Why,
Well, yeah, I mean, firstly,
let's get weird.
I feel like that's the new thing, right? Like getting weird on albums. I think it's sort of a Justin Timberlake's album that he came out with a few years ago, like with those 12-minute tracks and stuff like that. And it's sort of going on right now. But what do you listen to? You're talking about stylizing like a pop album. Like what makes you want to go from just doing opera to singing pop? Like what's that?
Well, I always liked opera, but I mean, that's not where I see myself.
That's not what's in your car,
That's not what
right?
I identify with. No, it's not what's in my car. Lars is laughing because I admitted the other day that I listened to some really weird stuff.
What do you listen to? I want to know.
Well, I listen to everything. Shut up. Oh
Hey, that's not that weird. You know what I mean?
You won't let it go. Yeah, I love Enya, okay? It's like when you can't sleep, you put it on, it's soothing, all right?
It is soothing.
He says, yeah. Anyway, I listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of radio, but that's because I make myself listen to that because I need to know what's out there and what's current
happening.
and everything. But I listen to a mix of everything. When I'm alone by myself at home, I listen to reggae. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I was like I said, I was at the Reggae Fest in Long Beach on Saturday. Yeah. So I mean, I like mellow stuff.
All right, so you like
Usually.
chilling.
Chill.
You like
music.
hanging out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you could name probably the most influential artist for you, Not necessarily your favorite artist, but the one that when you heard this artist, you were like, all right, I want to be on stage like they're on stage.
I always liked Gwen Stefani a lot.
Ah, good answer.
Yeah, I liked her old stuff, the No Doubt stuff.
Right.
I like her style. I like that she's kind of like fun and upbeat and frisky and like a little daring.
A little daring.
I like her fashion. Yeah,
She's super daring. I remember being a young kid and first hearing No Doubt, and that was amazing to me because I didn't know a girl could be a rock star, right? You know what I mean? Like I didn't know that was something, and she was so natural. And then what I love most about Gwen Stefani, she keeps reinventing herself. You know what I mean? She's never outside the fray for too long. She's always coming back with something new and something hot.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists as well. So what, do you make your own clothes too? Because I know she makes all her own clothes. Like you ever do that?
If I could, I would, but I don't think anyone wants to see me around heavy machinery or like a sewing machine.
You had that one jacket that was kind of an exclusive for the last photo shoot, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't make that. Yeah. Somebody else made that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Danielle Petit. She's a little fashion designer. She made the jacket, and that would be cool. Someday if I have some extra time and a class or two, I might consider that.
Exactly.
I'm not just gonna go for it though.
And how did you two get together? How did you guys hook up?
Oh, I'm a producer, and Paloma lives down the street. It was in the cards, and I don't know. It's I'm a big fan of doing like edgy, interesting stuff, but I like the old-fashioned stuff. I want somebody who can sing on stage and, want to be able to play the songs with an acoustic guitar as well. And, Paloma is the same way. She's an actual singer. She likes the Motown stuff as much as she likes rap and hip-hop. And so the album will be 27 different styles. And,
fantastic.
I think that's a little exaggeration.
26 maybe?
But it's pretty blended, though. That's true. It's pretty blended. We try to be original. Just do whatever we feel like.
That's what you got to do, right? That's called making music. Can we play another little teaser real quick? We got 3 teasers of y'all.
Yes.
That we're gonna play really quickly.
So just so you know, the one that we played for the intro was Claws. The next one that you're gonna be getting is a teaser of Dreams. So we'll play that for you.
Oh wow, you put that up so that's quick,
I did that
man.
last
We
night.
just wrote that like 2 days ago.
That's some real turnaround.
All right.
So here we go.
I was not aware of this.
If anybody ever said you shouldn't want it, go and prove them wrong, baby, you're gonna own it. Keep learning, churning, candles burning, never quitting. Keep that fire alive, keep that fire alive. Dreams come with a price, most people don't wanna pay their way. Oh, do you know what it's like when you drive it your heart just like a knife?
All right. I can work with that. Now, so you sent us some 30-second teasers. Where does that song go after we fade out right there?
Well, we're playing a show here at 12, so if you can climb 2 flights of stairs.
Y'all are doing noontime concerts. That's what you're doing here, noontime concerts today.
Yeah, we're playing that song. The 2 teasers that you played are brand new songs. We send you those because our first single we released for Halloween, which is really dark, like Massive Attack. And if you play 30 seconds, that might not be the right call for that. This song goes to a crazy, weird bridge that the musicians in our band hate me for writing.
I hate him too. So.
Yeah, everybody does.
Pretty much.
Well, he's challenging you, right? He's making you go to be your best for every song. I like it.
But this song is a good example of what I said. This is kind of, I don't know, there is a hip-hop, reggae, all kinds of things in there.
Right.
And we don't know what genre or style that is. It's just kind of...
It's just music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes.
What do you think? What's your opinion?
Well, it's hard to tell off a 30-second clip. You know exactly where it's going.
Kind of more hip hop.
It's definitely got a little bit of a hip hop feel to it. I feel like Kendrick Lamar could come in on the next verse and start rapping. You know what I mean?
Kendrick, if you're listening,
yeah, he's
you
often
are
listening.
So welcome.
Yeah, we've got him on speed dial. We'll hit him up. We'll see if we
sweet.
can.
After
Yeah,
the show. Yeah,
K Dot is a
right.
huge here. You know, we get all the big time people. The RZA, the Jizza, Ghostface Killer. They're all here all the time. We nothing but the best for our Good Morning Long Beach State audience. And again, so you will be upstairs at Noontime Concerts. That's aptly named because it is at noon Pacific time, just in case anyone was wondering.
Yes.
Show, but like 11 o'clock, be like, I thought it was mountain time. I don't know. That's the Southwest Plaza, right, Sumo?
I believe it should be the Southwest Terrace.
Terrace?
Yep.
You know what I mean. Terrace, Plaza, it's the same thing. How many songs you have prepared for today's show?
How many?
12.
12.
12 songs.
Yeah, and
So you're
4
gonna
of
be
those
doing
are
a full
brand
set?
new. So
Oh, wow. This is going to be the first time you're performing them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, man. Do you get nervous when you're performing a song for the first time?
This time, yes.
this time, yes. No. You know, I don't get crazy nervous, but it's funny. Even though I do write the lyrics, you can forget your own lyrics. This is a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because especially if you do tricky ones and you're performing for the first or second time a song, you want to, you know, just make sure you remember everything, and it's fine. Nobody knows the songs anyways, like the new ones.
Right.
So if you mess up, nobody's gonna know.
Just keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show just goes on, and you just you fake it.
Do you ever have a performance where the show just did not go on?
Oh my gosh. No, not for a long time. I'm a pro now.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't usually happen. I mean, if anything, if there's like a horrible technical difficulty, that's happened before. But like I said, not recently.
Okay. That's good.
You may have seen the Mariah Carey New Year's.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
man.
I mean, one thing that is that the audience doesn't know is like we totally depend on the monitoring. So sometimes you don't hear each other, or like weird things go on. And we had a show where we play a song where we have brass from the backing track. We play everything live, but there's brass stabs. And if there's something, if you don't hear the backing track or something, the brass plays whatever it wants.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that's I was gonna say, because you're both audio professionals. Obviously, the Metallica incident with Lady Gaga and the microphones and stuff like that. How much does it bother you when you're watching a live performance and you can tell, okay, well, this thing isn't right, or something over here isn't right? Like
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. It's so hard for me to enjoy a concert and just enjoy it. I'm sitting there analyzing everything. Everything.
Yeah, that's sort of been the curse.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a backing track. He's not even singing that. I know
Exactly.
this. And everyone's like, oh, this is awesome. And I'm
I'd be like,
looking,
nah. It's not
Actually,
awesome. Yeah. Let me explain.
There's this going on and this going on. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think it's sort of the same
except
thing.
if it's Enya, she can do no wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, yeah. We all have our artists like that. It's cool. I'm a huge Florence and the Machine fan.
Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's cool. I like that.
But yeah, I'm an audio tech, so like I know how important it is to have those monitors working, to have everything
God,
working
yeah.
right, and like it's almost the same thing because I also got my English degree. So when I watch a movie or I'm reading a book and I notice that things are wrong, it just really irks me. It just gets right inside my brain, and I'm like, come on, can
Like
we?
grammar-wise?
Grammar, I mean, it depends. Like, if it's stylistically wrong, you know what I mean? Like, that's okay with me. If you know what you're doing and you're wrong, totally fine. If you don't know what you're doing and you're wrong, then it really gets to me. I'm like, all right, you need to go back to class, buddy.
Like if you spell playas with a Z and you meant to do it, it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. But
But if you
didn't-
think that's how it's spelled,
Exactly.
you got an issue.
had Donald Trump said unprecedented and meant to spell it wrong because he's the president now, okay, I can see that. But really, the dude just doesn't know how to Google. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know how to spell unprecedented.
I think there's a lot of things. That doesn't know how to do, but-
Not to get too political this morning. We don't want to go off the rails that direction, unless you all want to.
No, you
Feel
know
free.
what?
This
I've
is a
had quite
free-
enough
I am-
for a little
I
last
am
month.
an immigrant, so I will use my alias from now on.
And by the way, we're recording at Fullerton in case anyone wants
Yeah.
to know where he's at. Man, it has been getting crazy. It has. We're not going to talk about politics. So before I start down that road, because I can, sometimes it just. We're going to play the last teaser to reset.
Can I say something about that?
Please.
That Roller Skates is going to be our next single, and we're working on we do very elaborate videos. If you have a chance, check out Paloma Rush Drive on YouTube. We had
That was a dope video. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we had everything from drones, underwater, rooftop limousines, and this one is going to be on roller skates. Yeah, this is the next single and the next video.
And before we do that, actually, I just want to just a quick little shout out to, I don't know who produces your videos, or if that's all you.
Yes.
Because it's very, I don't know if you're familiar with the band OK Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, their videos are always super crazy and stuff like that. I was kind of reminded of the OK Go style of making music videos. So
We went all out with that video, and it's my day job is film composer. So
Oh, wow.
I'm lucky that I have access to great people. And the color correction alone on this thing was insane to make it look like like the film noir and Gotham kind of style.
Very cool. All right, so let's what's the name of the song again?
Roller skates.
Roller Skates. Okay.
Yes.
Got what I need, but I want some more. How many times walking through that door? Carry me down to a dead end gone. Start that fire, put it all along. On a mission to believe the stress is a lie. And I'm wishing, escaping away from my life. Get me on my roller skates. Gotta fly away. Too much stress that day to day. Gonna roll away. Fly away.
All right. The intro there bringing in some of that reggae that you talk about a little bit. You know, you're just smiling at me.
Well, we just like re-recorded and remixed that.
Well, this what you hear now.
So what I'm hearing is like, whoa, that was the
Yo, you haven't heard
a
it
little
this
bit
way
of an
yet.
older version.
No.
Oh, this is the older version. Okay.
One of the great things working with a great singer like Paloma is that when we have an idea.
Is that I'm awesome?
Yeah, that she's awesome.
No, just kidding.
We have an idea in the room, and Paloma just steps up to the microphone, and we do our scratch tracks like this. And what you just heard here is all of the stuff of Paloma stepping up to the microphone for the first time with this. So there's not like a lot of editing or anything going on. Once we've played the songs for a while, and once they have their own live, we do an actual vocal recording, an actual production. And for Roller Skates, we're pretty much done with that. But what you heard is still the old version. That's why.
That's pretty cool. You have a really good presence with your voice on the microphone, I have to say.
Thank you.
Especially, I have a very short time in recording studios, but I spent time in recording studios. And it's very difficult for singers to just get up and riff on something, firstly. Most of the time, people were like, hey, try this real quick. We'll be like, well, what do you mean? You know, so the
We
fact...
try stuff. I mean,
Yeah, that's what he's saying, so
we go
that's-
through a ton of stuff. But what he's saying is, we'll record all these demos, which is like these 30-second clips, and then you take them and you perform them live. And what happens when you start performing your songs live is you go, oh, I could have a little trill here, or a nuance here, or this and that, and then the song starts kind of. You're creating the
Developing.
life of the song, and then after a few live shows, then you can get back in the studio, record it for real. And it's 10 times better.
I like that process. It's kind of like how comedians do it, right? You know, they write the joke, they tell it a bunch of
tell the
times, they
joke,
perform it a bunch
yes.
of times, see what works, where to put the pauses, where to wait for the audience, and everything like
Exactly.
that. And then eventually you actually record it, do their live special. That's pretty cool. So is that sort of how you guys do most of the tracks, or?
I mean, it wasn't planned that way, but yeah, it seems that's the formula.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, again, so you got noontime concerts today here on the Southwest Terrace, which is the appropriate word. Any other shows coming up soon?
We took a little bit of a break to finish writing the album, but we played like 13 shows in in autumn in LA. So once
the production is sort of getting...
Yeah, I want to say like March and April, you should be able to catch us in LA, and also at
Weren't
least
we going to South by Southwest?
happening? There is still a small chance, maybe South by Southwest, and then we will play in Vegas as well. So I guess March and April in LA, Vegas, and maybe Austin.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If you get into Austin, just call us up. We'll go with you. We'll sneak in your
Oh,
van.
yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
No problems. You know what I mean? We'll even work. We don't mind. We will carry equipment.
Yeah.
We are there.
You guys will be the roadies.
We will be the roadies. If you're going to South by Southwest,
Radio roadies.
I like it. That's the new radio show here at K Beach.
As
I like
our
it.
booking manager can confirm, we do pay in soft drinks, and if you do a good job, you sometimes get a large.
Hey,
I like that.
Finally earned ice in my drink.
he finally earned ice in his drink. All right. You're going to need that in South by Southwest because it's going to be pretty hot over there. That's pretty cool, though. Have you ever been to South by Southwest?
No, I actually
neither.
haven't. I've been to Texas a bunch of times, but I haven't been to Austin, which is a place I'd really, really like to see.
Yeah, I hear Austin is fantastic.
Nothing but good things, right?
Yeah, I
always
hear
good things.
fantastic things about Austin. I hear it's a great party town. I hear it's a... Have you been to Austin?
I haven't, no.
So we're all going to go for the first time together.
That sounds good.
Yeah, all right. K Beach Radio, along with Paloma Rush and her crew.
Rush
going to-
Radio Roadies.
Hey, now we're starting to get somewhere.
That's
I
triple
like it.
R, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's a good rating, if that's like 17 and older only, or...
Triple R. It's only for senior citizens.
No, I want to thank you so much for coming down here. And it was funny because he texted me. He's like, "Hey, the artist is actually here on time," and that never happens.
Oh, dude, we are like punctual.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
super surprised. I was like getting ready to leave, and I was like, "No way, she's already there." That literally never happens. We usually tell people an hour early, just so that they get there kind of on time. But you were fantastic. We really enjoy your music. Can't wait to hear you at New Time concerts today.
Yeah.
And then please come back here anytime, especially when you drop that album. Come swoop us up for South by Southwest. We will be there. We are ready to go. My bag is always packed.
Yep.
Cool.
That's awesome.
We'll
So-
be back in the next single, hopefully, like in a month. So
Yeah, and
very
send
happy
us
to-
and actually send us the single when it comes out, and we'll put it on our
Perfect.
playlist.
Thank you.
So I was gonna say, if anyone wants to follow me,
Yes, your
it's-
social media.
Yeah, it's Paloma_Rush on Instagram. There's no Paloma Rushes on Instagram, so
No, it's
you
just
just
you.
look that up and you'll find me. And then PalomaRush.com, and then also on Facebook, Paloma Rush, and we'll always post the shows. So if anyone wants to see shows, we always do the promotion for that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, before you go, really quickly, I just want to know, what's your favorite venue that you've been to? Just because every artist has a different
That
favorite
I've
venue.
been to?
Yeah, so either that you've performed at or seen a show at. What's your favorite venue and why?
Honestly, so I used to live in Santa Cruz, and I have
Okay.
a soft spot for the Catalyst. I love that venue. I've seen a lot of artists perform there, and it's big enough that the show feels big, but it's small enough that it still kind of feels intimate.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like our observatory.
Yeah.
Which we get tickets to. So if you want tickets to the observatory, keep listening to K-Beach Radio. And perfect. Thank you so much for coming through today.
Thank you guys so
Thank you.
much.
Absolutely.